And watch us if you'd like. We are on your computer or your mobile device. Just head on over to SuperTalk TV. We're going to learn how we can watch the Long Beach Marching Band. They are headed to D.C. for the National Cherry Blossom Festival Parade, which is such a good thing. Joining us today is Diana. She's the National Cherry Blossom Festival CEO, and I'm sure gearing up for a good time. Welcome, Diane.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Well, it's good to have you here, and it's good that a Mississippi band is connected to this. But first, I don't think most people recognize about the big festival there in D.C. Give us a little background about the festival's history.
Well, the festival the National Cherry Blossom Festival starts always on the first day of spring in Washington, D.C., and continues about mid-April. This year it's until April 13th. And it really was inspired by a gift of 3,000 cherry trees that was given to Washington, D.C. from the mayor of Tokyo. And so each year now, I think we started the actual first festival, which was a reenactment of a tree planting by school children. It was, this festival has been in all different shapes and forms since 1927. But now it's pretty consistent, and it lasts about 4 weeks. And we definitely always remember the roots of the festival and the importance of U.S.-Japan relations and the culture. So there's a lot of Japanese culture weaved in this beautiful springtime pink and blossoms festival. Our goal has always been to take the celebration that's around the tidal basin, at least the last 25 years, when we became a full-time staff to really be devoted about this event, to take that celebration beyond the tidal basin. That's where if those of you have been to Washington, to know the Washington Monument is close by, the Jefferson Memorial is right there at the tidal basin, and then take that joy and celebration to throughout all neighborhoods of Washington, D.C., and even into Virginia and Maryland. So it's a region-wide celebration as well.
And if they've ever seen the cherry blossoms, Diana, they know they're absolutely beautiful. It's like hard to describe, and pictures don't do it justice until you're there in person and see them in full bloom. And then you just recognize the majesty of them when they're in all their glory.
And they are gorgeous. And people use that term peak bloom, and that means that 70% of the Yoshino cherry trees, which is most of them around the tidal basin, are blooming at once. But the trees are beautiful before peak, and they're beautiful after peak. So it could last anywhere from a week to 2 weeks, maybe, depending on how the weather is doing, how fast they come in, and all of that.
Well, let's talk about the parade, because I would assume that's not been always a part of the festival. Maybe it's a little bit newer part, but it's also a fun way to continue the celebration and open it up for people, I guess, from all over the nation to come in and be a part of what you guys are doing there to celebrate. How did the parade come about?
I am not sure who first did it, but it really was run by what was back then the Greater Washington Board of Trade, which that still exists, and then it kind of got set up to another organization, and then the National Cherry Blossom Festival really has been the one to take care of for many years. So the parade's been going on since the 1940s. As you know, with your band coming here to Washington, D.C., that there's high school marching bands from all over the country, about 14 of them. There's a lot of local performers here. We have different celebrities that have been the Grand Marshal over the years. This year, Ken Jennings is coming as the Grand Marshal with the special guest of Minnie and Mickey Mouse and Princess Ariel. So that's kind of exciting. Performances like Crystal Waters, Kathy Sledge, Mary Jo, and so world-class performers that will be in the parade. Of course, giant helium balloons, all the fun activities that you can only imagine.
Which, everybody loves a parade, Diane. Everybody loves tuning into one, watching them even on your TV, or just being a part of them. So I can only imagine what an experience this is going to be for the Long Beach Marching Band, getting to actually travel from Mississippi to D.C. to be a part of this, and then us back home who hopefully get to watch it in some capacity and cheer them on. So how do you select your 14 bands? What made Long Beach Marching Band stand out to you guys?
Well, first of all, you have to apply, and sometimes you apply a couple years ahead, and we're working now in 2026, 2027, and it's, they send videos, they send their resume as far as what their background is as an organization, and they apply, and they were selected. They looked outstanding. I can't wait to see them.
So do you guys give them music to play, or will they get to choose what music they bring from Mississippi to play there?
I believe, like, we have parade producers that do the selection and everything else, and I guess, suggest what they are going to play, and that will be approved by the parade producers.
Well, it will be a good time. I promise you that, Diana. Anybody who's seen them or heard them, we're kind of known for bands here in the South, so I think it's going to be a great addition to your Cherry Blossom Festival parade. So when can
we're excited. You can watch the parade.
How do you watch it?
It'll be live stream on the fest. I think it's on WJLA.com, so we can look and see. It'll be live stream during the parade, but it will still be on that website for 30 days. Plus, it is nationally syndicated. You can go to the website, and I think now, or maybe the week after the festival, or after the parade is over, which is the parade is the 12th of April, and see the schedule see if it's going to be shown in your community.
Do you get a chance, Diana, to actually stop and enjoy the cherry blossoms during all of this, or are you so busy in your team working?
I do. I sneak away, but there's so much enjoyment in me watching people enjoying it. And plus we plant cherry trees in the community, so that's always so joyful. It is a beautiful place. People should come to Washington, D.C. Plan on coming. There's nothing like spring in Washington, D.C. You can go to nationalcherryblossomfestival.org to see if you happen to come down in the next week. But if not, check and the schedule for the future and come on down.
Speaking about the schedule for the future, Diana, if we've got anyone listening connected to bands across the state, they can go ahead and start looking and preparing for maybe if they want to be a part of that, for trying out or seeing what those rules or regulations are for upcoming years. Is there a place to go and sort of do that?
Yes, just go to nationalcherryblossomfestival.org, and then I believe you'll go to the Getting Involved page, or just put it in the search and you'll find it. But if you have any trouble, just contact nationalcherryblossomfestival.org, and you'll definitely get that information.
Well, Diana, I agree with you. Everyone should put it on their bucket list to make it to D.C. during the springtime to see the cherry blossoms. It's definitely a national treasure. It's beautiful. Look forward to watching Long Beach Marching Band be a part of your parade coming up April 12th, you said. Is there a specific time of day the parade? I know you don't know exactly when they'll come by the streaming, but what time of day the parade will kick off?
The parade kicks off at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it will continue until noon. And I'm actually looking at the website now. It says that the parade applications for 2026 are already filled. It says no longer being accepted, so you can apply now for 2027 or 2028.
That means people are having a good time, Diana. People want to be a part of it. That's a good thing. We're happy
I hope so. I hope you all come down and join and see your bands in person.
Yeah.
If you can't make it in the next week, definitely watch it online.
All righty. Well, we appreciate your time, Diana, and enjoy them while they last.
Thank you very much for your interest, and we hope you will visit Washington, D.C. soon.
All righty. There you go. Absolutely beautiful if you've ever been. Like I mentioned yesterday with JT here on Good Things, I got to run the Cherry Blossom half marathon at one point. And yeah, you just put your little hands up and the cherry blossoms kind of fall down. The smell is beautiful and fragrant. I'm sure they've got candles or things of that nature. If not, someone should collect it. But that's the kind of history and fun I think people should know about. I did not recognize that it was a celebration and sort of commemorating what she mentioned, that 1912 gift of those cherry blossom trees from Japan. And I think we should know that, right? And what a cool gift, right? Like, that's a neat kind of way of leaving a legacy, showing something that can last forever and bring beauty and all the sort of celebration and fellowship around it.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it was the mayor of Tokyo who personally wanted to give the United States of America a symbol of friendship. And if I'm not mistaken, there was an attempt to do it in 1910. But I want to say there was a problem with the shipment, like the shipment was lost or there was an infestation or something, and they couldn't use the trees. So it being the early 1900s, there wasn't a whole lot of 30-day turnaround on this. And they backed up, regrouped, and in 1912, It was over 3,000 different trees were presented as a gift to the United States
See,
from
that's
the mayor of Tokyo.
Mass hard, 113-year-old trees, something like that.
And there are new ones in there that have been
They've been
planted
doing it
over
for
the
years.
years, but there are some that have been there the whole time.
Very impressed they've kept them alive and that it all looks the way it was supposed to. Always impressed when that turns out the way that it is. All right, stick with us. We got more for you coming up next.